Hello, this is FG back with you for Anbennar, continuing on with Kobildzan in what is hopefully either the last or second to last, although I suspect it will more likely than not be the second to last episode. Alright, so last episode we did a whole lot of things. Garudia, more of the yin. This episode is probably going to be the yin first, and we wait for the coalition to dissolve itself. Because I do not have enough patience to fight, like, 3 superpower nations. Well, not, like, superpowers, but it's like 1,000,000 men total, which would be obnoxious. We'll have to fight, the Northern League anyways, but the Northern League is probably just going to be, effectively take these 3 provinces. I have been looking at some of the missions, and we're probably not going to be able to do the silver aspect, even though that is the best, because we need 5 holy sites, and only 3 are really in any way convenient to us. The other ones will require a lot more going. Well, I suppose this one's out of the way. Or not too out of the way, but we still need, I think, 5 to do it, if memory serves. Which would be Falah, Adian, and then Minara. And then I'd have to also grab probably Ara, and the only one that I think would be easy-ish would be Temple of the Highest Moon. And yes. What does the Empire look like these days? Absolutely pathetic. Alright. Sorry for the momentary pause. I had to spray my cat with more water because she was chewing on wires. No, she's not supposed to do that. Okay, so... Oh, that was a crash. Alright, I am back. Hopefully we do not have another crash. Otherwise I'm gonna have to go back further, and that would be very annoying. Alright. Getting more conversions done is excellent. Wonderful. Some of these Olavish states are actually pretty good. Particularly these 3. This one too. This one not so much. That is Vanbury Guild. Hope to convert at least a few of those provinces. What was I saying and doing? Yes. This. Anbennar. No. Yorkshire. So I do actually want to grab all those provinces. I directly declared on Yorkshire would go negative instability. That's fine. How are they looking core-wise? Still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces that they have not full cored yet. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep on letting that happen. I feel like we should get Defender of the Faith. Solve problems for them. Yorkshire. Player War. Imperialism. Excellent. Come off as well. We're obviously going to wait until we get our money. That way we can do a what's it called? A donation. Three fires, I'm afraid, but it's is what it is. Just the improvement in coal mining. Yeah, okay, that decreases the price a little bit. Internal conflicts. In about 3 months I should be good. Go do that. Alright. Okay, Sarda. Both of these need to go to the Dragon Dominion. There'll be 2 provinces we aren't grabbing from them right now, but I just don't care. Alright. It's 5. We want these 2. Yep, colossal investment. There we are. Yeah, no, that's not happening. Nice stack wipe. Excellent. Okay, we do have the negotiation nexus on. We have all of that. Oh, yeah, that's why we can't take it. Yeah, see, no problem if we take them. Excellent. It's like 100 development, nearly, from just 3 provinces. They're gonna suck to convert, though. Thinking about changing some of them back to regular crown colonies. Specifically, this one. Sorry, unrest. Oh, war exhaustion. I can get rid of that. suppose I have been fighting a lot of wars. This is my bad army. Oh, this general also died. I can get a supply depot there. There goes my commandant. Everyone's dying. Okay, I need to upgrade some of these. Upgraded green. Yeah, that probably is worth it. Even if it costs me a missionary. Alright. Looking good. How are the Dragon Dominion doing on cores? Pretty good. I'll need to bring a third army over here when I go and fight the Vanbury Guild. Yeah. Because that will be a bit of an issue. All these are occupied by me. You know what? I am going to change them back to a crown colony. Modify, increase integration. Modify, increase religious control. Alright. Crown colony, less money, less land force. Yeah. Colonial regions. Deal with them before they become an issue. Alright. So we got 2 provinces. I'm gonna core so I can hand them over to to the Dragon Dominion. But with that, we squish all of the basically the only real other nation that would have any potential to disrupt trade out. Then we have Anbennar, which is the corpse of a nation more than a real nation. And we can immediately get rid of that. Oh, no, don't do that. And what we're going to want from them is obviously the remains of Sarda, which maybe that. And I would also like that. So we'll grab that, and then we'll take 2 provinces from Cornsfield. As for Themaria, probably something like that. Hand all those back to the old Dalier colony. And with that, they will be finished. Whatever. That. Expand our Irethal. Yep. She is currently in the Fey realms, I believe. She doesn't really do anything. She mostly just sleeps. I think she's referenced in one of the Wood Elf. What's it called? One of the Wood Elf mission trees. Red Halfling, that's good. Rather have money. Yeah, let them sort it out themselves. Yeah, sure. How are we doing on this one? 5. Okay, that should be good. Yep, that'll be done. And we need a few months until we convert that. After that's done, we'll be able to pretty much immediately do this mission. Ritual Awakening, Elkasel, the Unyielding. Okay, we'll need to work on that next. Was that Wari? Irumpa. Zaldaron. Sure. Alright, time for Reforged Scions. Excellent. Check what Elkasel, or what we need to wake up the sleepy lady herself. Sure. Oh yay, a treasure fleet. And we have correct inventions on. We have nearly every military invention, which is kind of cool. Yeah, we're gonna have to send Who's this? Arfheimer. Ah, yes. They don't give a, core, though. Alright. Yeah, maintain control. Sure. That one done. As for forts... build forts. And for the love of God, I need to build forts over in Valier. This needs a big old fort. Yep. Go to me. And... kind of makes that border a little bit nicer. Turns them into an opium, too. Alright. Done. Done. That's good. It's over in Selimdor. Yeah. Okay, so with that... yep, merchant there, merchant there, merchant there, merchant there. Okay, so for Themaria... Kobildzan, Kobildzan... Themaria, we need that. %, okay. This is heathens. Yeah, that's good. Kind of want to do even more conversions. Okay, army can grab back together. How are they doing on cores? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. That's not bad. Now, for the next idea group. What gives me something that's actually useful? Influence... trade, I guess. I'll do spark drive locomotion. Shamans. Do I have the one that gives... I'll take the one that gives some extra religious power. Come on, Themaria. We'll take very good care of you. Okay, so I need to do this. And then we'll need to... Sell the unyielding. Okay. This can be upgraded to get that done. It's done. Shit. Got that one fucking province. Oh, that works. Alright, the Maria. Come on. You know you want to give up. It's so hard existing. You know you want to go into that sweet goodnight. That will be done pretty soon, actually. Will be great. And for Themaria, please just give up. All right. Yeah, sure. I don't usually take that event, but at this point, it'll be fine. I hope Themaria doesn't wonder why I'm trying to fucking destroy them. No. Alrighty. That's great. These guys can protect trade in Rickardhaven. Sure. Fucking finally. Alright. Yeah, everything here is for me. Region Sarda. Who owns that? Okay, what if I take that? That will cut off the Vanbury Guild from grabbing anything else, which is great. Yeah, we're good. Alright. So, Dragon Dominion. Let me grant you that province. Kind of. Is that a nobility? No. So yeah, that is a, not a nobility. What was I thinking? A monarchy. Alright. And you can have that, that, and that. You know what? If you don't like me so much, you can go back to being a crown colony too, you little bitch. How you feel about that, you loser? Alright, where did my army go? Over here. Okay. Where's my fleet? I want to build another 80,000. Where is it? Heavy ship 1. This is my ship. Alright. Let's get upgraded and protect trade in Westport. These guys get upgraded and protect trade in right there, I suppose. Northern League is upset. I do not care one single iota. That can come off as well. You know what? I'll go ahead and do that for the money. Okay, they can actually manage to core all of that at one time. What was I doing? Yes, transport this army over. I get 4 infantry here. 4 infantry for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 infantry for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And we have 76 transports, which is actually basically almost exactly the right amount. Ooh. Yeah. I have to deal with their rebels for them. It's fine. I'm basically the reason why they have so many goddamn rebels in the first place, so it's only fair. Marley and... the revolution? Where the heck is the birthplace of the revolution? Oh yeah, these guys need 4 infantry. Yeah, we're gonna have to go fight... Bayvik again. Shit. Alright. Shit stack is fine. Remarkable. Okay, can I build any more furnaces? Yes. Seat in the parliament. Alright. I was to declare war on Bayvik. Who would I have to fight? No one. Alright. No one important. That's what I meant. I do not quite have enough money to get next up to the 11th level. Gonna declare an imperialism. Get out of the battle, get out of the battle! Alright, 50 heavies should be enough to maintain a blockade. Do that, and that, and that. I don't even know what that did. Didn't give me an extra, so... I do wonder what the highest board level is. That's the only province I have a claim on, and it's the only province I care about. Yeah. Westmere, that's fine. There's that army. Where the hell is the revolution from? Okay, here we are. No, you need to stay home. This army needs generals. That one's good. Send both of them that way. Shit stack can come here. Right, they can bail out of that. Okay, I want singular province. But I guess I can go siege that down. Rigorous researchers, that's good. Give me the one province, and we can be happy. Great. I want to get 40 lights over here. I'll get 40 heavies. Right here. Alright, it has been liberated. Excellent. And let's get all of the ships together. Okay. With the state reeling, Kobildzan calls for conquest. Trivuak, who lost half their young in the ash, send the other half to war. The coffers run dry, and only the riches of other lands can fill them. With the Dragon Coast decimated, Westgan subdued, and Aelantir claimed by the colonies, the people of Kobildzan reach north. They have found a target for grief and rage. The Garudians are blasphemers, claim a dragon priest, who was nearly assassinated by Knorrian faithful. Those who subdued Elkasel must be crushed, says a trader, who imagines the riches of Delir in her hoard. The second dragon wake has begun, and now we must act, declares a soldier who lost 4 of his siblings in the roar. The reasons are plentiful, and the contradictions many. Kobildzan has decided that Elkasel must wake, and that the Skalds must be destroyed for their crimes against her, and the Skalhildics are converted away from their faith. The dragon stirs, and the land stirs with her. Alright. We are not against song, says the foreman, standing in the cold airs against the Evansteel mine. We are only against the music which keeps her asleep. We will pay you generously to keep the forge running. You destroy my home and ask me to serve you, asked the Skald before he spits at the kobold's feet. I owe you nothing, especially not my songs. If I will freeze to death by Elkasel's cold fury, you and your people will freeze with me. You misunderstand me, says the foreman, who nods steadily to the guard. Our artificers are always digging into the earth. We're scouring your archives, finding every method you use to enchant your weaponry. Your secrets will be ours in a matter of time, but you can help us if you'd like. We'd be more than willing to pay, and even get you out of Garudia when the Great Mother rakes. The Skald spits again. I'd rather die in Icicle than live under you. Alright. We can actually take those off for the moment. That doesn't need anything. Missionary strength. Chain food. Vanderlist stalls. And that. Alright. So, we got this. Immediately, those can come out. Get dismantled. These can get upgraded. Half of them need to be split. One half will protect trade in the Westport. They will also get an admiral to do so, and the other half will protect trade in what is a weak trade node? That's not... control the Serpent's Head. Suppose we're hunt pirates. Yeah, hunt pirates in Redgird Haven. Okay. Vangheim. Precursor. Clothes, dyes, ivory. Economy. Trade goods. Strategic goods. Okay, so we have fungi. And ivory. Now we need dyes, cloth, or paper. Dyes. Yeah. Make sure I have manufactories on all of these. Yep. Have that. What else could I get? Dyes, cloth, paper, fungi. Not gonna get porcelain. Have ivory. Which I don't think cloth is doable either. Could share. Don't actually have all that much paper. And more ivory. Suppose we can do dyes. Cultural. Trains. Growth pains, subtrains, press prosthesis. Nope. Is there anything that can give me development cost? It wouldn't be down there. Sending stones, centipedal chests, living mirrors, mystic ciphers. I mean, upgrading infrastructure probably will help a little bit with the dyes. This would probably be a good one to try and upgrade. Is unknown to us. Brown? It's just the brown. Okay. So we have ivory, fungi. Guess we can do that. Trade goods. Trade station, trade station, trade station. Trade station, trade station. Trade station. And then needs a trade station. No, wrong one. That has a trade station. Never mind. Precursor relics. That has a trade station. Ooh, they're fighting Themaria. Wonderful. Cooperative ones, which is nice. That. Okay, so we have all of Sarda minus the Vanbury Guild parts. We could actually take everything that we wanted, I think, pretty much from Herat, or the Vanbury Guild in a single war. Northern League would join because... Why? Oh, there's a coalition. Yeah, that makes sense. Can't really get rid of... Well... I can potentially wait for the coalition to go away. Alright. We can build... Get more buildings. Going great. Alright. That's the stuff. Okay, got that. Where does the Maria still exist? Wow. Okay. just switch them back. At least they can't get any more annoying. Doesn't matter anymore. Garudia, yep, that one. Garudia, that one. Garudia, that one. Garudia, that one. Garudia, that one too. Where the fuck is the revolution? I need to crush that shit. Garudia wakes. A copper-haired Cardesti Skald, leaning his only arm against a cane, shivers in rage. We are facing extinction, he says. We are losing. The assembled crowd, each a weathered Skald bearing wounds of their own, listens in tense silence. They have been forced into hiding, to abandon their towers. But Kobildzan could not take their loots, nor their voices, nor their people. They represent the vast communities of Dalier, as far as these communities could still be represented at all. The eldest continues his speech. It is cold in Garudia, my friends, but it is colder than we have ever seen since before you were born. But the fire inside of us burns hotter than any kobold can extinguish. The heat in our veins, the love we have for Dalier, cannot be pacified. We, unlike Elkasel, do not sleep. We do not rest. We do not falter in the face of our foes. Pale faces turn pink and adrenaline spikes. The solemn silence erupts into song, which lasts for 15 minutes before the speech can continue. Hope, for a minute, runs high. If we do not fight now, if we do not fight hard, Garudia will be lost. The other dragon will wake, and we will be the ones condemned to sleep forever. So let them see the true might of Garudia united and singular. Let them see what it means to be Skarlhilde. Oh, goddamn. I did not realize it was going to be quite that bad. So we are going to need all of our continental armies to be there. Alright, these guys can head north. This guy can head north. He can head north as well. Alright. Revolution. Okay, I am a little bit tired of not knowing where the revolution is, so I'm gonna take a save, and I'm just gonna, like, check. What a shocker. Man. Alright. Well, I know what I gotta do. Okay. Yes, what's I doing? 3 ships. Do that. Okay. Where the hell is that revolt? Oh, over there. That's fine. Alright, I decided to kind of just deal with the revolution by console commands because I want to play the campaign, and I think it's kind of shit that nowhere else in the nowhere else basically has the revolution anywhere. Will it continue to spread? Alright, I read this already. Boy. That is the bad army. And what we need is get rid of that, get rid of that, that. Arcane Blaster. Kill your autoloader. Artifice Dissension. Spark Drive Rifles. Do that, and we can get that done. Yep. Not much I can do about that. As far as revolution, yep, still not spreading. Good. If the revolution had spawned literally anywhere in Canor, I would have dealt with it legitimately, but I just don't want to have to fight through like 2 or 3 superpowers just to get rid of the -20 debuff to Local Unrest. Because I'm pretty sure we don't actually get any sort of way to, like, join the revolution. Expense. Oh, that general has died. And get that one. Okay, get that one. Artificer 1. Okay, we are almost done. Alright, last one can head down that way. There. Okay, come down that way, right there. Do that. Right. Then we can head right that way. And I am just gonna switch over to that so we can get the conversions done even faster. Because I fucking hate the Skullhildics. Because how dare they revolt against my enlightened rulership. And then we can go back to that. Okay. Skullhildic Faith. Oh. Just that. I can march right there. Right that way. Mint coins. That one. Alright. Well, with that, we can transfer. Right here. Where is my big fleet? Right there. Okay. These can protect trade. Is there anyone else in Dalier besides me? No. No. Not really. No. No. We can go protect trade, I guess, in our home, or hunt pirates. Yeah, hunt pirates there. Hunt pirates in the Dragon Coast. Yeah, goblins are fine. They go down there. They're going... These guys need to sit right here. They can come... right. Say right there. I guess that's a good use of money. And we can do more buildings in the colonies. Which is great. Explore down there. Yes, we're building nice big trade goods everywhere. Trading bonus, market share. Could try and get dyes. Is there anywhere that I could, like, potentially conquer to get dyes? Okay, we have a counting house and textile manufactory. Counting house, textile manufactory. Counting house, textile manufactory. Yeah, we want to throw encourage development down here. Yeah, fungal dye supply. Alright. Development. Production efficiency. Yep. Alright. So, let me get trade goods that I need for the mission. Nope, none of them. Manufacturers I need for the mission. Paper, that's good. Cloth, that's good as well. We're not going to get that one though, because cloth is too common. Dyes is workable though. I think dyes is workable. Especially if we get in there. Get in that lovely area. New Haverall is Ioshar them. Yeah. I really want those dyes, baby. So what we are going to take is going to be some a little bit like that. A little bit like that. And try and grab that Dame's Tier province, I guess. Jesus Christ, guy. Oh yeah. You get rid of Alcacel and go for, the other one. Jesus Christ, those are some high development states. 51, 37. Alright. Get those together. Well, I suppose I can go back up to higher stability. And those guys are just Rivarian, so they shouldn't make anyone too upset. Just to get converted rather than anything else. You guys can explore that, sure. Whatever that nation was formed, Catarata. Do I do that, or do I develop these provinces more? I think we know the answer. Alright, we're getting close. Varangiite. To keep the vassals under control. Okay. This is all occupied by me. Yes, it is. Okay, let me grab that province. I will also need to go do this. Take that off. Negotiation nexus. Now, let me actually check this. Is there any, like... Oh, yeah. Need to not do that. All from me. I could grab those. And with that, we can go... That province, and that province. Alrighty, buddy. Yeah, pay off your ginormous loan. Gotta double check that, because we have the exact same colors. What I wouldn't give to change the colors of my nation, or my colonial subjects, so I could actually tell who's occupying provinces, because... And me... All to me. Probably would have been good to build those. Now I can go ahead and do it now. Very good. Alright. Does this give me anything else? Possible number of buildings. Just development cost. Alright. Having a great time. Except for my stupid fucking colonial vassal taking that province. I'll probably get precursor relics if I switch my colonial nation over to the correct type. Alright, are all of these going to me? Yes. Shouldn't be that hard, guys. Obviously, I need to come here and do a... Get rid of Arcane Blaster, I guess. And go on Negotiation Nexus. Okay. And these are all going to me, right? Doesn't need to... Shouldn't have to double check this stuff, guys. Alright. See, it was not that hard. I'm just gonna pause until I get done with the war. Alright, I have granted everything to our lovely little Yinnick Dragon Dominion, so they now have a ton of extra provinces, including a bunch of die provinces, which might push us up. Yeah, do that one. Okay, so they're very upset about that. They are not very upset about anything. New pilgrimage to the Horde. Alright. Good. These up to, let's say 14. Get one there. Get that one up. Well, 15. 15. Alright. $19.8. Alright. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 3. Seems good. Oh, I need an extra 2 artificers. Infantry fire. That'll be big. Yes. Dies. Alright, so that's 3 out of 4. Now we just need precursor relics. Is that gonna hopefully do it? $17. Shit. Fungi. That's pretty much the only trade good that we really have much of a hope of being able to get enough of. Someone declared a war. Who was it? Oh, they're declaring on Mercather. That makes sense. Alright, gather this army up. Okay, and I can get a general. Yeah, sure. I deleted Inyasa, though. Cloth, paper, fungi. Do not think I have enough cloth, despite that. Yeah. Maybe if the volcano had never erupted, I'd be fine, but... Ledger, precursor relics. Oh, got a little itty-bitty Empire of Anbennar. Sell the white. Natives not assisting. Oh no. Oh man. If I was to declare war on the Vanbury Guild. No. What if I, like, improve relations? Yes. This one. Spread out expense, explore. Sure, Calamity Pass Coast. Flipprax Sharpfang, an artificial general of the 31st Regiment, shivers silently as he trudges toward Vangheim. Equipped with a long-range ice thrower and in command of 1,000s, he never falters during the vast march. He pushes forward through the snow and the ice, even the hail that bruises his skin. He passes by farms which have gone fallow for lack of warmth, the Garudians' bodies frozen over in the newly growing ice. He tries not to stare at the dead as he walks. In the distance, he hears the slowly growing chant of the dragon priests, who have modulated their voices as to counter the Skalhildic hymns. He thinks about the towns he walks by, already devastated before Elkasel has merely stirred. He thinks about how awful the aftermath of the roar was, how many people died that he cared about, and he imagines what will happen to him if he is present when the great white dragon awakens. For just a moment, he wonders if this ritual is worth dooming Garudia. He wonders, too, if his troops share the same fear. With no alternative available, though, with no possibility of turning back, he keeps marching for the sake of the dragon. The vault of Vangheim cracked like an egg, and the chanting finally begins. The last remaining harpies lay dead at the entrance of Elkasel's cavern. After being rendered a military order without a state, they were easy to overpower. Now, after so long, Elkasel would wake and Garudia would freeze. The song crafted by the dragon piece is dissonant and painful. It stings the senses, loud and rapturous, seeking to shock the listeners into awareness. As kobolds sing of the dragon who rises from eternal slumber, they are accompanied by drums, amplifiers, and bellowing noisemakers. Together, all remnants of restfulness disappear in the noise. The soldiers pace, rhythmically stomping in unison as to emphasize their numbers. The dragon priests chant, many going deaf in the cacophony. When the ground starts to shake, each assembled Kobildzani prepares to die in frozen glory. The door that flies open, however, is not one facing the vault. Guns and cannons are manned as the army realizes that they are being assaulted from behind. Bricks and mortar collapses behind them, and before long, soldiers are covered by a new looming shadow. A haggard roar announces its arrival, fierce and piercing over the incessant noise. I am Alos, Dragon of Copper. I demand that you cease your provocations. A very angry lecture. The copper scales are blinding in the light of the northern sun. The army's orchestra falls silent, and all that can be heard is the voice of a dragon. I hope you would be wiser. The begging for forgiveness begins immediately. Alos ignores it entirely. When you first learned the ways of the skies and the seas, other dragons ignored you, but I, Alos, took pity. I crafted sails and gave you the tools to do the same. I led you west to keep my sister asleep. In Aelantir, you found another dragon, another object to revere. I found myself relieved of duty and returned to Garudia, just for you to find a new crusade. You turned on your own, making all heretics kneel. You accidentally created something beautiful, and so you smothered it. Therefore, I sponsored the cult of Zerzumax. I helped build the Goma. I collided with Tachion's path more than once, though he always observed more than acted. I fought against you, for I could not see the path to unity, but eventually you were convinced. You saw the value of humans, gnomes, goblins, and halflings. There was reason yet in your machinations, but then, oh then, your ambitions never ceased. You set your eyes on Garudia, and not even the roar could stop you. I broke the armies I empowered, ignored the skalds I counseled. You would not listen to reason, so let me tell you this. I am Alos, Dragon of Copper, Alos, one-armed skald. I put my sister to sleep to save Garudia and Halan. I calmed her rage, I let her slumber so that she might heal, and you attempted to wake her. By next we meet, you shall have remade the Skalhildic towers and re-empowered its skalds. You will have lived in the knowledge that you worship the same god, and that you shall deviate Garudia nevermore. Know that my anger carries the seeds of forgiveness if nurtures. As Alos flies off, kobolds stand in silence. They hear only ravaging wind and Elkasel's snoring. Forgive us, Alos. Alright. Kobold traps, Garudia. Alright, where are the other Garudian traps? Really? Is that it? Alright, I already have one there. Okay. Alright, and then we'll do 30 cannons. Firearms, unique. Oh, we have all the Levi cannons. Alright. Oh, we can't get rid of that. Never mind. Okay. We can do that one, and we can do this one. Precursor goods. Okay. Trade goods. Which one of these? Okay, that's good. Does this already have one? No, why can I not build one there? Okay, I'm building one there, and I'm building one there. Or someone's building one there. That. Alright, we don't need to do that anymore. That. Excellent. 42, never mind. All of these have 42 infantry, yes. Okay. Palantir as 1. Okay. Let me do 42, 30. And then we can do third one. Agriculture. Oh no. Maybe. And then we will do one final one. And then I need to do brown. Yeah, I gotta do brown. This is the steaming of the sand, I think, is brown. It was, like, over here. They're very big, very old. They're the dragon that defeated Akahet at one point. Yep. Kobold traps. Garudia. Kobold traps. Nerve extend. Kobold traps. That one. Kobold traps. That one. Kobold traps. Garudia. What if I influenced you? Then sent you a big old gift. Can I get claims on the Kobold Trap provinces? That kind of sucks. Oh, there's the extra. Okay, so if I fought Kugildir, they are allied. There's Estir. We're gonna have to fight them too. Do the brown dragon. Yeah, the sand demon. That was their name. Alright. That's done. Precursor relics. Do that. And it does have everything it needs. If I sent a vicious insult to them. They send one of the real armies over west. Okay. I'll just fill those up with regular infantry. I'd rather have the extra infantry than have the, than have them, like, not have that infantry. Alright. I should drop out of the coalition. If I do this... Yep, there we are. Okay. Send the artificers down south. These guys are probably gonna have to sit, like... you know what? We'll just abandon Araf and focus our 3 armies down on the Vanbury Guild. Objective of this war is just to pretty much like take up province and then hold it, or and then piece them out. Alright. They are on the way. Take the province, hold it, piece them out, come back later. And our big boy fleet come over this way. Yeah, we'll head back and rest up for a little bit. All I need to do is get a war goal, sit on it, and then we will be chilling. Cane Blaster, Protect Tanks, War Golem, Black Dame Steer. Sky Galleons. Alright. Ooh, I did not. And we'll retreat from that. They do not do very good in the fights, though. Ascension. Event is never worth taking. I only took it for the sake of flavor, really. Alright, this is... no, it's a mountains province. I kind of don't want to attack that. Vanberry Guild has 90,000 men in the bank. That is, quite frankly, terrible. I will go ahead and keep heading south. Okay. Do that. Small but mighty. Alright. The last grasps of heresy. Were you, Zerzimex asks Varenglite, barely paying attention to the masses below? The two rarely meet, but when they do, it is usually in Revanarchy. They sit on the peaks, allowing the devotees to witness them without requiring any real interaction. Only recently have some of the kobolds become flying high enough to listen in on their conversation. No, Tachyon replies, but I did like him. He stood for a world without me, and I appreciate the grandeur. He saw the Draconic as a path to understanding, rather than understanding as a path to the Draconic. And I would rather agree with that assessment. Varenglite stares out past the peaks. In the far distance, a cathedral is adorned with scales. In a closer distance, a small flock of winged gnomes perches near their gods, and listening intently to their conversation. You demean us both, Tachyon. We are far too powerful to desire a world where we are not necessary. The kobolds understand our divinity, and it is our responsibility to do the same. Our divinity? Tachyon asks, a hint of dismissiveness entering his voice. Young one, they have all but become us. I have seen subjects nearly capable of flying over continents, just as you learned to do mere years ago. Within decades, they will reach our strength. Soon after, they will reach further. If we are divine, so are they. Varlungite snarls in response. I did not expect the first brother I ever met to be so self-denying. You hid and watched for 1,000 years. Why? To call your children gods as they wasted countless resources finding ways to mate with gnomes and goblins? He glances only for a moment at the weird winged gnomes perching below the two. At least I knew to take responsibility, to actually govern the people I care about. Where were you after the roar? Tachyon stretched his neck upwards, emphasizing his age through his immensity. You know not your history, Varenglite. I cannot blame you for this. You have never known a world where dragons had to hide, because they had already been killed by the time you were born. But you must understand that I hid so that I might live, and that is partially through my children, that I now feel safe enough to emerge. We should credit them for their victories. I give them credit, Varenglite retorts. They have rebuilt everything that was lost. They have brought all of their enemies into the nation. They fly above the world, finding rebels before they can strike. They craft one people after a shared dream, and then use that shared people to quash all resistance. They can do things which no other mortal can, and I appreciate that, Tachyon. But they are not us. We are dragons. Just wait, Tachyon says. Soon it will be impossible to tell the difference. So that's advisor cost. Through becoming one people, Kobildzan is pacified. Something, Stellaris xenocompatibility. Alright. Who is the Vanberry Guild? Okay, they're not really allied to anyone of any note. The Hour Point probably has, what, like, 80,000 men? About right. Okay. Should be over halfway. Yeah. We might actually get there before the game ends. Alright. Desert province. Is there a... Okay, no, there's no river crossing. Great steering. Excellent. What are casualties like? Just a minor to attrition. I shall withdraw for the moment. Yes, Second Army, move forward. Where is my fleet? There's my fleet. Granted. I really just want my vassal to be loyal. Let me double check what that ability does. Dragon Fire Sacks. Okay, boys, let's head on back home. My lovely navies can go back that way. Trade. Alright. 86%, 83%, 64%. Right. Not nationalism, not colonialism, imperialism. Let us do an imperialism. This one will be a little bit more difficult than traditional ones because their capital is just in the most annoying possible place. But it will be fine. also fighting Neratica. Huh. Alright. We need to move south. Jesus Christ, I need to, like, rest up for a minute. Yeah, ignore him. Okay, ship out. Sure. Yeah, do that one. Dragon turtles? Really? Alright. Alright, and we're gonna head into the bay, so I can blockade their port. Field bombard. Bueno. Alright, so Valor Point doesn't want to get out. Neratica doesn't want to get out. What I want is the entire Sarda. Should be all of those provinces. And then additionally, I want my brethren over here. I want something like that to finish off Haref. That gives me, well, actually a good bit of extra coal. We will also see how much we can take with our extra stuff from, what's it called? Production quota is amongst the best, what's it called? Edicts in the game. New families. Kobolds! Kobolds everywhere! Stupid sexy kobolds. Alright. Hey! Valor point. Give me a little bit of money. Yes. Steering. We'll go steer in a Ridgerthaven as well. Yep. Seems good to me. Boy, my nation is unfathomably wealthy. thought you were real cool when you formed a coalition against me, didn't you? Yep. Where are they going? This way. Alright. Alright, that would be their capital state siege town. Guards Port's pretty big. It'd be a shame if someone, like, devastated it. Call them... Great efficiency, and... Night attrition. Just so I take less. Hey, there we are. All right, there we are. So were we simply playthings, trials, research? Somewhere in between the three, yes, Takian says with a clinical honesty. In the caverns, I controlled every variable. I knew what you were. I sought to understand everything you could be. I collapsed tunnels to keep you contained. I introduced gods to keep you entertained. I told stories of my kin simply to see what you would do with them. You did so much, and I wanted to see more, to sculpt you in 1,000 ways. Then what was the point of the Dragon Wake? Had you sculpted us into weapons to use on the hierarchy? Not in the slightest. The Dragon Wake was an accident. Some frenzy had afflicted me and clouded my mind for a mere 6 hours, but 6 hours is all it took for my experiment to reach the surface. I broke through the caverns and saw the sky, and before I knew it, I was back in my mind, but all of you had already escaped. I revealed the sun, and so the shadow was gone forever. So, you did not actually mean to lead us to a glorious new world? Not at all, Zook's mind spike, not at all. You have never chosen a path I made for you. 3 months after New Ascension, a kobold must be given a physical to ensure the procedure is success. Today is Zircon's, and he awaits the results with bated breath. Primary scale color is green, notes the doctor, glancing up from her clipboard. Long hook-like structure protruding from a forehead, which can light up at will. Horizontal slats along the neck, leading to an advanced gill structure. Insect pair of mandibles and siphons on either leg to assist underwater movement. Quite the set of new parts, I'd say. How have you been feeling? Wonderful, he says, but it's a bit weird to be on land now. I like swimming. It's good being a sailor. I get to spend most of my time outside of the boat, repairing the outside while it's still at sea, you know? Get to use my ascension, get to be what I needed to be. The doctor nods. And you're looking for more today? Another ascension? Yeah, Zircon nods. I want something to make it work better. I still get tired easily. And when cannons start firing, I'm a pretty easy target. Is there a way to help? If there was a way to help either of these, it'd be nice. Then we've got two options. The doctor holds out clipboards, each showing parallel diagrams. They're both experimental, but they're becoming increasingly popular in their own right. First, mana attunement glands makes it easier for you to tap into your ascensions generally. Makes you more connected with magic itself, a bit like mages, with more focus on the magic working upon you. The second, Ebon Steel injections. With what we've got from Garudia, we can make you nigh invulnerable. Kinetic material will reflect off you like a mirror for bullets. Zircon flips through the pages, ecstatic with potential. He imagines what he could be and what he could do. After talking it over with his doctor, he determines that he wants to never be killed. Hurrah! Alright. I can actually take that off, and we can go for... let's do Artificer Exo Arms. Alrighty. I'll take that. And trade... Yep. Okay. Excellent. I will send the fleet out to blockade Neratica. That should hopefully... Oh, I'm already willing to peace out. And get rid of that. And get rid of the treaty with Marlian, too. Alright. Those all go to me. Those can go to me as well. Alright, unsieging that, the colonial capital should help quite a lot. Yeah, I'll be diplomatic. Alright, how are you feeling? You'd be very happy to be done with this war. That makes sense. Do I have the negotiation matrix up? I do not. Okay, so we can start looking at that. I think that would be all their claims. Oh, that would be. Alright, we can keep fighting. We need to send... Okay, we had 3 armies. It's 1, 2... Where's the third one? Oh, it's sieging that. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, that should be good. Get it that way. Those are colonial harass as well. About these islands, I kind of wanted these for a while. They taunt me with their existence. They really... Oh, goddamn, those are big provinces. We'll carry on the war for a little bit longer. We're still getting ticking war score. We still have armies to destroy. We still have a capital on siege. Speaking of which... Okay. We can't have more than... Yeah, they don't even have 100,000 men in the field. Oh, we're not too far off. I think if we destroy a few armies, that should be good. Goes right there. That should be good. Okay, so we grab the Airdani Islands. I think that's every... I think that's going to be all of Airdani Islands. Yeah, the Haraf ones start down there. And we do that. Alright, so... we're just gonna do this. Gotta take a save just in case I accidentally misclick. I accidentally misclicked. I hope I said that correctly. Okay, that's one army. That's good. Some of this has already been converted, which is good. Okay. Now, let us continue. Alright. That's beautiful. We have so few provinces left to take. This is actually a colonial nation that probably is going to need my help with the rebels. So we're going to do that. And we can also... Do I still have an army over here? I do not. Okay. Dragon Dominion's looking healthy. Marliand is allied with Isilbian. Okay, for Marliand, I literally just want one province. what's this looking like? Oh, yeah, I'll dump more people into it. Alright. Is there any more? No, I'm at maximum. Okay, we can. Where's my fleet? Alright, I can come this way. Should be big enough that nothing can really touch it. Where's my second army? Over here. I'll go let them fight rebels. Let's do Bronze Dragon. Alright, do that. I don't really want any more provinces. It's more to deal with. Was to simply not worth dealing with. Gonna upgrade those for a little bit. And I believe they're allied to Sestamar. Alright. Oh, whatever will I do? Send them south. We will, yeah, just send them out of tribute to them. Money is irrelevant. Alright, we can grab those two. And then money. And adjust like that. You should have everything in Aelandir. Hurrah! Grant Province. Grant Province. Alright. You've Resdani kobolds. Excellent. Alright, that is almost all of Aelantir done. Subcontinents. The last thing we can do is go fight Corrin's Field. Weirdos. Yep, he's our man. Let me find, where's good province to sit? I'm just gonna have him primarily deal with, like, this area. Dragon Dominion can guard their own frontiers. Alright, pay off the loans. For once we're not truce breaking. God, the revolution is over. Can we hand these straight to the Dragon Dominion, or am I going to have to take them? We can give them straight to the Dragon Dominion. They're gonna basically hold the entire yen besides a few provinces there. Oh no, we're paying 48 ducats in interest. Whatever shall we do? Don't know how I'm going to live with myself. Actually, have to personally make sure these get done. Damn it. How long till that goes away? 4 years, that's not bad. Oh, there's another one. That is not going anywhere. Fine. Be like that. Guess you don't want to know how great the dragons are. Okay, hand these over to the Dragon Dominion. Excellent. Alright, that's basically everything. That's why I kept them around. Right, where'd the fleet go? Here. Okay. Take them. These guys can go protect trade in Dalliere. Oh, they've been sitting there for a while. New families. Hey, it's gnomes this time. Okay. Do they have everything cored? Almost. In that case, where's their armies? Okay, if they don't have their army there, then I can't leave. These guys can go ahead and head back home. Can I ally with Catarata? Through relations? Okay. Let us head on back home. These guys. Okay. 78. Oh, set up there as well. How much would it cost to influence them? 6,000, that's like, what, 3 months? Can I build furnaces? Oop. Out these, yes. Alright, how powerful am I? I am ginormous. Okay, I need at least 3 artificer armies. Yeah, 3 artificer armies sounds good. Alright. Get that off. Fire damage. No. Fairy Fire, Balloon Burst, Wand Locks. Bullets. Spark Drive Rifles. Alright. And the last thing I am going to do for this episode is declare war with the Imperialism Casus Belli. So, that means I'm gonna have to fight all of that. I'm gonna wait for my forces to get in position first, though. These two armies should be enough for the Northern Frontier. Or, Northern League, sorry. Yep, they can deal with everything else. I might fix those borders at some point. Because they hold the entire yen. Oh yeah, we need to upgrade the dams. Yep. That one done too. Damn, there's a lot of these. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. That's fascinating. Okay. Are my armies in position? Yes. That's gonna be like 300,000 men versus their half. Well, I suppose we can, after we wrap this up, we can probably send these armies through. These armies are more garrison, I guess. Slash make me look big. Yeah. Alright. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.